What's up?
Hi, everybody. Where you at? Got the Smash Masters boys on. What up?
I swear he commented before I hit the go
He
live
did.
button.
He was already on it. Then my wife with the yeah, that's how
What's
we feel
up?
right now. Frazzled AF is that emoji perfectly explains the past 2 days. What's up, Jeff? Jackie B.
What's up, Jackie?
Greg.
Greg.
Dang, everybody rolling in.
What's up?
Until we're back to
Adam?
getting on pretty often again. We get the comments flowing.
It must be our guest that's
That's what it is. He's famous.
pulling all these guys out, man.
We'll make him famous.
Oh man. So I know you've been busy.
Yes. Like
Well,
I was already busy and got busier with it. I can say it on line now. It doesn't even matter. I got hell again. Like,
yeah.
where y'all at?
Here come the family.
Yeah, hey, come on with it. If you're worth the crap, I'll put you to work right now. I said, if you worth the crap though, if I don't call you back, don't get your feelings hurt. You ain't worth the crap.
Yeah. We kind of swapped roles the last couple of years. Like I was getting hit, and then now you're getting hit. So
on my way.
On my way.
Who is that?
What's up, James?
I'm sorry, I don't know who my Dent Shop LLC is, but come on.
What's up,
Is
David?
that? I wonder if is that Stephen maybe? No.
No, he's You Break I Fix.
Yeah. Well, he's got his new one. Yeah, it is. Boom. Look.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's his new PDR company.
Okay.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
All right.
Stefan.
Anyway, so yeah, we got a great guest tonight that we've both have met in the past, and I'm like I told him, I'm bad with names, so when
we'll preface it this. John Yeager has been telling us for 2 years to get this guy on, and we're like, we're gonna get him on, and it never happens, and so we finally made it happen.
Yeah, when I looked him up on Facebook, I was like, who is this Nate McDowell? I was like, oh man, we've hung out before.
Not Rob McDowell's son.
Not Rob McDowell's son. Bert McDowell's son.
Bert McDowell's son.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get him on here. Y'all help us welcome Mr. Nate McDowell. What's up?
What up, brother?
What's happening? How you guys doing?
Well, this is the part where we act like we ain't been talking for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
How's your day going?
Yeah,
right.
I don't even want to talk about
tell you all the same stuff I just told you 5 minutes ago.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We like it.
Had to cut you off so we go live. Yeah.
Chatty Cathy's make our life easier. We just sit back and let you roll.
Collision Tech Nick. I can see the comments. Who's Collision Tech Nick?
That's Nick Priest. So he's a body guy, transforming into PDR. He's started his own PDR business. He was really big with Kiko glue pulling.
The body
okay. Shop. Yeah. Him and Stefan. Now they got Smash Masters now, the podcast. We were on last Monday night. Nice. It's a really great. I like the way they're doing it. Like you get your body shop people and your PDR people kind of combined in one podcast with them. So it's really cool.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I think they're having they had Hacker on this week.
Memorial Day.
Yep.
Monday.
Nice.
I watched it and fell asleep when I was trying to watch.
Nothing like having a hack on your show.
Yeah, freaking hackers.
Nice.
Anyway, so we always start out like I was trying to tell you earlier.
Trying to tell you,
kind of. I was telling you.
You wouldn't shut up.
I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, give us a quick background of how you got started into PDR. To where you're at now.
Yeah. So, my dad started. I'll just tell you the brief kind of rundown. My dad started in 1993 with Color Glow International doing interior repairs in cars, and so basically, back then it was kind of new. So he had like a territory here in Idaho, and that was like, so he serviced like 3 or 4 franchise dealerships, did interior repair for, I don't know, about 6 years, I think. And then, or 5 years, in 98, he saw the Dent Pro guys out doing their thing behind the sheets. And, and then the secret came out. So he saw the PDR was, it just interested him. So he went to Dent Doctor School in Little Rock, Arkansas, Tom, I can't remember his name. It's not Tom Price. Tom, I don't remember. But he went down to. Do you guys know who I'm talking about in Little Rock? Tom. He started the Dent Doctor franchise, and he had them all over the country.
I bet Corey Nichols knows.
Okay. Anyway, so he went to Dent Doctor School, bought the franchise, came back to Idaho, and then basically just taught himself how to do PD. I mean, he went for a month and then comes back and, wasn't the greatest training. No offense, Tom.
What's up, Larry?
So yeah, he came back and it was interiors and dents for a few years by himself, just servicing dealerships. But back then he put he knew the trend would be and the real money would be in the retail market. So he was advertising on, in the yellow pages and kind of getting our name, our brand established in the Valley. And so by 2000, I think it was 2001, he hired his first employee. So, and we've had hundreds of employees since then.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now we have 28 people.
That's awesome.
We have a brick and mortar location on a very busy street. We've got about, I think 50,000 cars a day that drive by, and we've got a giant 4x8 LED digital billboard on each side of our sign. So it advertising all the multi-service shop.
Right.
He kind of couldn't say no when somebody would ask him to do he was doing interior repairs in cars. So a furniture store knew that he could fix leather. So he'd go to the furniture store and then they said, "Hey, I've got a broken mechanism." And oh, sure, I'll fix that too. And he just started fixing everything. So we became like a specialty repair. We can do it all kind of shop. So with our main focus and our main start on automobiles, but we've kind of morphed into upholstery on vehicles and then also on furniture. So we do furniture upholstery, automotive upholstery, but then obviously tons of automotive reconditioning. We do detailing, PPF, window tint, a lot of window tint, PDR, interior repair. We don't do wheels. What else do we do? I don't know. Lots of
all of it.
Lots of stuff. All of it. So except for Restore FX, and there's still not a Restore FX center in our area. And I was going to say I've got the shop on on this busy road Fairview, and then right around the corner we lucked out a few months ago, and they built guy built these brand new RV storage units. So they're 40 feet long by 18 feet wide, heated and cooled, lit nice. And so we rented 3 of those, and it's literally a 30-second drive around the corner from our shop. So we got 3 bays. We got another 1,500 square foot shop that's just specifically for PDR. So we've just got 3 bays, and that's all we do is dents in them, and they're all day.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of the rundown. We've been in business now 31 years. My dad's retiring, so right now we've kind of started restructuring the company to where he can step out and to kind of like a board of directors kind of position where he's just overseeing everything, and then I'm running it. I've been running it, but with the help of our GM Matt. So we've got a sales and marketing manager, me, Matt, and my dad basically are the 4 that kind of oversee all the operations. And Matt,
you got a GM. I'm like, you got a GM over there?
Dude,
I got Earl's brother Randy back here running my detail shop.
Yeah. No, it's been, it's evolved over the years to something really cool, man. We've been very blessed, and not without the hard times though. It's been, we've had a lot of spankings over the years in the way that we treat, the way that we did things, not necessarily treated people, but the culture we used to have was kind of a dog eat dog, like all the guys were on commission, and it was like, me being the owner's son, I was in all the body shops, but I got all the body shops, those I've been pushing for 20 years, so I developed my stuff, and we had kind of a falling out back in 2016 where we lost. It was me plus 3 PDR guys. We lost all 3. Actually, it was 5 guys. So we lost 3 of the 5, and the one guy that stayed was a rookie. So it was me and a rookie, and the 3 techs that had been with us for 4 years or 5 years pulled a dent wizard on us and all bailed. And looking back, we were at fault. There was just the way that our company was, and the culture in our company was not, it just wasn't a team building environment. It got competitive between the people, and some poison entered the well, and it just spread. So anyway, we've been through a lot, and So, now we've got a great team. I mean, everybody gets along. It's like a family, everybody says that when they come work for us. It's like, we're all family, it's a very tight knit group. So
Jerry's getting all the gravy, Danny. Tom, because he said Tom and Jerry Dent Bankers. Is that who taught the class in Arkansas? That's the guy in Little Rock, Tom and Jerry Dent Bankers.
So now that y'all are kind of restructuring it, are y'all going to redo your logo to do the golden arches since you're the McDowell?
Dude, if I had $1 for every time I heard that,
I would do it.
I want the Big Mick, not the Big Mac. Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, I've heard it all.
If you just have the uniforms they wear, like the little paper hats, that'd be at least.
Hey, I don't know, it might work.
At least in the office,
How do you like the interior repair aspect of that? Like I did interior repair for Dent Wizard for a little while. Like I did PDR, but I was doing it. Now I could not stand interior repairs. Like it was so frustrating to me.
Matching colors and we're teaming up right now with Color Lock. Have you guys heard of them?
Mm-mm.
Okay, they're out of Germany and they were at Mobile Tech, but they want us to be a training center for them for the West Coast. So they've come to our shop a few times. And do you know the Rag Company?
Mm-hmm.
The guys down there. So
yeah,
they've come to do podcasts at the Rag Company, and then they come visit us. And so we got their product line, and we've been experimenting with it. So I just talked to the guy today, and they may be trying to set up our first training in a couple months now. So we'll see. We may be a training center for an interior repair company.
That's awesome.
We do. One thing I didn't tell you is we're the way that we've structured it now is we're actually an apprenticeship accredited by the state of Idaho for paintless dent repair and interior repair. So when we offer people a job, it's an apprenticeship now. They stay with us for 3 years. We have a promissory note. It's a contract. So there's a dollar amount attached to that. And we say, hey, you stay with us for 3 years. We're going to teach you to be a master PDR tech or interior repair tech. And then at the end of that 3 years, they actually get a certificate signed by whoever in the state of Idaho. And and a plaque, and it's like, here you go. Take it, for what it's worth, but you just now became a certified by the state of Idaho interior repair or PDR tech.
That's huge.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It keeps people, people that are just checking it out. It's like, well, this isn't just a check it out job. This is like, hopefully you stay with us for more than 3 years. Hopefully you're with us for 5, 6, 7 years. But it gives them something to walk away with if they ever do decide to leave, and they go somewhere else, hopefully to another state and not compete with us.
Right.
They got a piece of paper that says something,
That's awesome.
So
that's cool. Huge. I love it.
Yeah, I have to talk to you more about that later.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Figure out how to do that.
Yeah,
no, John Yeager went bullshitting. Why didn't we have this man on sooner?
Yeah.
28 employees, you can get plaques out and shit. Like, I'm loving it.
No, I can't take the credit, man. My dad, he's a businessman. When I was saying restructure the company, we're going through this book called Traction. Have you guys read it or heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
So in this book, they teach this system called EOS. It's the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And it breaks down the company. It puts people in the seats in the company that they're best fit at. So like me, I'm more of a visionary. I'm like, I have ideas all the time. I can start things, but I never finish them. I'm like, oh, we should do PPF. Let's just do it right now. And then it's a sloppy mess. It's like, I'm all over the place. So you got your visionary and you got your integrator. The integrator is basically like the general manager. He meets with the visionary and they come up with a plan, and then they go down to their leadership team, which is sales and marketing, finance, and HR, and then so sales and marketing, finance, HR, and then I'm gonna forget operations. Operations. So then you meet with your leadership team. It's all structured. So you have like meetings at certain times, and they last a certain time. And it's like it's just and so we're going through this whole EOS thing. And so once we're learning it, we have a business coach that comes in every Wednesday, and he teaches us basically this EOS system. So we're just slowly implementing this. Once we get that structure down, I know right now we're operating great. We've got a good thing going. We've got, the jobs coming. We have a lot of systems, a lot of SOPs. It's just kind of fuzzy still, basically in this EOS, they say you can have 2 people doing one position. Like you can have, you can have one person as the sales and marketing and the HR. But you can't have two people doing that job or things just get messy. You have to have people specifically in those seats doing those jobs. So that's what I meant by restructuring. We're just trying to learn this and put it into practice. So
yeah, that's huge. Like over here, we all wear so many hats. Like all me, Ray, and Amanda. Like we're just constantly somebody. Like Ray might be estimating the car. Next one I'm estimating, he's up front helping Amanda on CCC. Like we're all over the place. It would be nice to be structured a little better than that, but right now we're just doing what we can to survive.
Now wear all the hats. So
yeah, you do.
That's how it is, though. I mean, and even to this day, my dad wears multiple hats. I wear multiple hats. It's just so that's why we're trying to do this, because it's giving, putting people in those spots, and it's really for companies that have gotten to a certain, size or number. It's easier to do it with a company that's larger, and if you're scaling and growing, that's when this system really comes in handy. But as you're smaller, you're going to wear all the hats. You have to.
Hey, so, book's called Traction.
Yeah,
the book's called Traction. It was Chris Ray, Dentless Touch, who I heard him in a podcast talk about it, and so I started listening to it, and I sent it to my dad. My dad listened to it, and he's like, "We're doing this." So it's been good. Yeah, we've been doing well with it. So
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
April said thank you. She was asking about it.
Follow-up book to that is a book called Rocket Fuel. So Gino Wickman is the author of Traction, and then Mark Winters and Gino Wickman wrote this book Rocket Fuel, which talks about the integrator and visionary relationship and how they work together. I'm not going to get into all the EOS stuff because it's just boring, but it's good stuff, man.
No, I'm eating it all up. I'm like, damn, I need all that in my life.
Yep. No, it's been great, man. We've been very fortunate, very blessed, and we're just plugging along here in Boise, Idaho.
Nick said you're gonna look them up on Audible. I wish I could listen to books. I can't. I will not gather any information listening to a book. I have to read it, like sit down and fully focused.
I'm the exact opposite, man.
Really? I have to listen to it.
What up, Tate?
Well, I just can't read it. I'll fall asleep. I'm way too ADD. I gotta listen.
I gotta have like complete silence. Like I've gotten into reading the Reacher books, and I gotta almost gotta go lock myself in the bedroom, have complete silence, because if anything else is going on around me, I'm focusing on all that. That's where my ADD comes in.
Yeah.
I usually just listen to audiobooks pushing. So especially when it comes to hell and I want to lock in and really focus and try to get the crap done. Man, I listened to so many of them last year. It's crazy.
It's like podcasts. I listen to podcasts while I'm working, and I got to listen to it like 4 more times to catch everything that I've missed while I'm working. Like at this point, I should just read some shit.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's hard to retain it all. I've listened to this. I haven't read the Traction book once. I've listened to it 5 times.
Wow.
And every time I pick up, something else.
Something
but I'm just
new.
Just trying to embed it in my head. And then weekly we do meetings and we go through it. We're defining all of the roles right now and what they mean and what the responsibilities are, so that when we put the people in those seats, it's clear that they know what their job is. So it's good stuff. The rag company here in Boise is actually who we learned. We met with them and found out that they were doing it, and they scaled their company, I think, from 7. I don't remember what the numbers were, like 7 million to 50 million or something. It was some wild numbers in a very short period of time, because businesses hit a ceiling. Like you'll get to a point where it's like, you just can't break through that next level. You can't get the traction you need to scale, So, and it all comes down to organizing, like being structured and having the operating procedures in place. And then, once things click and people know what their job responsibilities are, you really start rolling, So.
Right. What up, Matt? What up, Cliff?
What's up,
All
guys?
kinds of people watching. We are getting some numbers tonight. I love it. Nate, you are famous. You brought us all the viewers.
I don't know about that. I'm definitely not famous.
We were talking today. You were talking about trying to get some social media content going and stuff. Like, start work on that. And
we got a guy. So we just hired a sales and marketing manager. He is. Bless you. He's my son's in the living room here. He's very sharp. Really, really smart. He's stuff that I don't understand. He's got us now on this app called Teams, so we all communicate through that. He's set us up with this other SEO company that's automating everything. It's actually that stuff. It's a different language to me, but he's on it. So we're gonna have more campaigns going and specials going. Find out where our advertising money needs to go if we're going to advertise, or we're developing the COI program right now for body shops and service drives. We have 2 salespeople, one full-time and one part-time salesperson that just goes out, and all they do is they visit our COI centers of influence. So estimators at body shops, service writers at dealerships, and they just go out and they give them swag. We give them pens and notepads. And if you go into any service drive or any body shop in this valley, you will see our pens, our notepads, our mugs, fly swatters, back scratchers, candy jars. Like, we're always going in and staying in front of these people and thanking them for the referrals, because we all know a referral, I think it's like an 80% closing rate versus a Google lead, which is like a 13% closing rate. So, somebody walking into your shop, it's a slam dunk if they were referred to you. So we go and we just thank them, and we make friends, and we build relationships, and we tint their windows on their car for free if they need it, or pull a dent, or just keep that relationship going. And we've done that for years, but now we actually have somebody that's in charge of that. So
that's awesome.
Trying to structure it a little better.
Yeah. What's your hiring process like? How do you guys find people like that?
So Indeed, we'll put an ad on Indeed. Recently we've done, we'll do like when in the interview process, like we'll do like a 1 through 10, what motivates you sheet, so it's not, for years you just sit down and talk to somebody, and then they'd go out and they'd see what we do, and then, okay, you're good, let's, bring you on. Now it's like we dig in a little more. We're starting to do personality tests more, like the DISC assessment and that kind of thing. But yeah, we'd have them sit down. They'll do like a 1 through 10, what motivates you, in order from 1 to 10. And, you find out kind of in that what makes them tick. Is it money? Is it time off? Is it, whatever, work-life balance? Is it your family? So what motivates them? And then we know how to, you know what I'm trying to say. It just gives us a little insight to their life and what makes them tick. But personality tests are also really good too. Knowing there's color ones and there's the DISC. There's all sorts.
Yeah, I think. Even Matt Moore, I think he uses those personality tests and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Yeah. I was going to do one when we started here, like open shop and shit. And I've never done it.
It's good.
Got to figure out what you are. And
yeah, if you're a D, so there's on the DISC, it's DISC. If you're a D, which is me, you're more dominant, you're direct, you're straightforward. It's like cut to the chase, no BS. Let's get to the point. And then if you have an I, or I don't know the other ones, I just know D because that's me. But the other ones, you got the I or whatever, and they're sensitive. So if I may not mean to be blunt, but if one of my employees is an I, they're like, Nate's a jerk, it's like, well, no, he's not. He's just direct. So then I got to learn how to talk. It's really back on me to work on how I communicate to them, knowing what their personality is anyway.
Right.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah. I'm blown away right now. I'm like, man, we are slacking so bad. We suck.
No, no, it's not like that.
Nate, how much would it cost for you to come down here for about a month and get our shit?
As long as I can bring my dad with me, man. He's really he started this thing, and I've been with him I've been with him since the beginning. Really, I was back in the day. I was out on the car lots, helping him scrub seats and doing little stuff. So I grew up on the car lots, man. That's all I know since I was a little kid. So
see, my dad didn't want me in it. He's like, my dad was a painter and stuff, and he would not teach me anything. He's like, I don't want you in the automotive industry. Look at me now, Dad.
Same with mine.
It's
mechanic.
Funny,
and
yeah.
all the customers would ask me when I was little, "You gonna take over your daddy's business?" He'd be like, "Hell no."
Yeah.
He ain't getting into this stuff.
And look at us now.
Yeah, I wasn't forced. I had a lot of high school jobs, restaurants, and I did other stuff. But then just kind of saw the opportunity. I didn't even see the opportunity. He said, "You should check this out if you want," and he brought me in and hired me as to help one of the furniture guys. I think he had 4 employees at the time, 3 or 4, and I ran around with the guy cleaning couches at Rent-A-Centers. glorious work, man. Those rental, cleaning the gig, whatever's on those couches.
Take a black
I was
light
out
with
there
you?
with my steam cleaner, and I did that for about 6 months, and then he sent me off to dent doctor school, and came back, and the rest is history.
Stephen said his dad wanted him to be a software engineer, and he's body working / PDR now. Like, it's funny.
Yeah, no, it's a great industry, man. It's come it's crazy. I mean, I've listened to a couple of your guys' podcasts about just how tight knit this community is now, and it wasn't that way. It was so cutthroat. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long have you guys been pushing for?
Off and on since 03, and working for Den Wizard was even more cutthroat. Like Den Wizard were like, God, screw them independent guys, like, you know what I mean? So it was even worse.
Yeah, I've only been in it since 2013, so.
Brandon's been in it since 2013 and can fix shit like 5 times as bad as what I'm fixing right now. He loves that shit though. I'm like, nah, give me the easy ones.
give me the hail. Yeah. No, it's
well, I'd love the hail just because of the money.
Oh yeah.
Come up here and get you some. You can have it.
It's wild. So Andy, do you bring guys in subs?
I haven't until now. So little backstory on the hail. We had a storm west of us. Started on that one this year. Then had a storm north of us about a month ago. Been on that one. Still got cars from that one. And then Sunday was over here east of us. So I finally got to a point, like I was working. I get here at 4 o'clock in the morning, work till 5, might grab a bite to eat, and just like constant on damage all day. So I finally got a guy coming in I'm pretty excited about. He worked with Nick Stark, Kyle Bracken. So he's coming in to help, and I'm pretty stoked about that. I hope I can. I don't know if that's a secret or not. I'm blasting stupid. Nobody knows he's coming yet. Nice. But then, of course, I got John Yeager. Like I said, he's coming up to my body shop that got held directly on, and he'll be handling them. So I got a great team. Like I said, I'm very selective. Like I'm always scared to bring somebody in and then it'll be a piece of shit or something. Or if it's bad damage, like I won't bring somebody into a shitty situation. I'm like, well, I'll just eat the shit and die. So it's hard for me to make that pull that trigger. But I finally got to a point I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. You gotta have good help, man.
Yes.
I know a couple good guys, so I can drop you some names if you need some help.
I wish I'd had help last year, but there was nobody. Everybody was so busy.
That's kind of how this year is. Like, the Kyle, I didn't even know Kyle. Just Nick told me about him. Like, usually I got a network of guys, but everybody's out pushing hell right now.
I got a guy, so if you guys want to, after I can tell you if you need him.
Okay.
He worked for me for 1.5 years, and most honest, most reliable, most solid guy probably you'll ever meet. So
awesome.
I can drop you a name if you need a backup. He's actually in between right now. I don't think he found anything yet, but he worked closely with like Todd Zimmerman and the Corden brothers and Keith Hebert, and so he's good dude. A little slow, but quality's 100%.
That's all I care about. I don't care. You can fly through a car and look like shit, and I'm like, nah. But if you're slow, but it looks good, that's like shout out to Matt Myers. Like last year, I didn't know what Matt was capable of. Brought him up here. He was slower because he's newer to the industry, but he pushed out clean work, and like I always call that guy. Now he's too damn busy though. So so you jerk. Why'd you get busy by me more?
Yeah.
But yeah,
you got a body shop. Oh, sorry, you got a body shop too.
So I service too. There's one of my body shops is literally like right up this hill. I can walk in the back parking lot, and then the other one I service is in Fairview. I don't have we don't do any paint here. I sub that out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I need to. I've tried. Like it's hard to find people to sub that stuff out to, but
they're all so busy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we had a body shop, and I think it was like 2008. We opened we were at a different location then, and we opened a small body shop and had a guy that was a painter and body tech, and that worked out for I think a couple years, and then it was too sloppy, the redos, and he was a sub. He actually owns a Mako now.
Oh, of course he does. That explains
it. I found my groove.
He's a good
Mako.
Good guy, but it was just too much of a hassle and a headache. So my dad actually sold.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say But now it makes sense. Like if we could have a body shop right now, the amount of vehicles that come to us every day that we do estimates on, I'd say, we get, I don't know, 3 or 4 a week that we're sending out to other body shops. Like, hey, sorry, beyond what we can do, go somewhere else. If I could capture those, this isn't big collision stuff. This is like, crunched fenders, throw a fender on it, blend the door, like boom, insurance work. So if we could do that kind of thing, it's just finding shop space.
Yeah.
We really scored with these RV storage units because they're perfect.
Right.
But I can't do paint and body work, and you can't put a paint booth in one of those. So
that's me. Like space is kind of getting cramped here. I mean, I got a 40x60 and it's crammed to the brim, and that's another reason it's hard to bring more people in. I don't have the space. Been looking for somewhere to rent. There's nothing really available commercial space wise, so we're extending them out. Like, hey, we'll get you in the end of August or whatever. We're gonna, if you feel like you need to go somewhere else, that's fine. But I mean, we'll get you taken care of. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
I've tried, Nick. I've tried, buddy. We've had some issues trying to find people to do that. But when you get into body work and stuff, if you go that route, then if you got redos and shit like that, that's more material cost and everything else. And going in that's kind of what I would be hesitant about with the body shop. So,
right.
It ain't PDR. You can't just grab a tool and fix it. You got some shit going into it then.
Right. No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. No, but so I guess maybe you got any questions for me?
We're about halfway through the show. Well, we're over halfway now.
Flies by, don't it?
Yeah. So I would move more into, let's find out who you are outside of the PDR world. If you're married, kids, what y'all like to do.
Sure.
So are you married? I assume you are.
Married. Yep.
Married. Better get it right.
I know she's not here, so I'm good.
Oh, she's watching.
Yeah,
no, she's not recorded. But she might watch it.
It's recorded. So
2015. No. Oh man, Jake, when did we get married? My son's sitting on the couch. 2014. Oh, this isn't good. I think 2014. Well, so this year will be 10 years. So 2014. Okay. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah. Yep. 2014.
February. A week after Valentine's Day, whatever day that is.
Nice.
The 21st, February 21st, 2014.
You was thinking about killing two birds with one stone. You're like Valentine's Day and the anniversary. Hey, here's all your gift.
Skip Valentine's Day and just do the anniversary. We're
right.
on a cruise this year, so that'll be fun for our 10-year. Go. I don't know where we're gonna go. It's a use it wherever you want. Royal Caribbean cruise, So.
Still not done a cruise. I'd love to. One of these days.
How many kids y'all got?
So there's two. We've got Eli. My wife and I. My wife's Ashley, and then we have Eli together. He's 6. He just turned 6. And then we got Jake, and he's from a previous marriage. So he's my boy. He's 15.
Okay, so awesome.
Got the 2 boys, and little age gap there, but Jake's a great big brother.
That's awesome.
Really good to him.
They play any sports or anything, or?
So not really. I don't know if they got that from me. I was never really into sports either. I a lot of like the extreme sports, skateboarding, snowboarding, dirt biking. We've got a ton of dirt bikes. We've got we live up. We got a ski hill that's 40 minutes from the house here. So just shoot up after work. I mean, Jake lives up on the mountain. He snowboards. He's a crazy good snowboarder. Awesome. So he competes and does all that up in the with the school in the summer or in the wintertime. So yeah, he's a really good snowboarder, and he's into hanging out with his girlfriend.
Of course,
snowboarding.
That age.
Yeah, no, he skateboards too. He does a lot of skateboarding. So yeah, and then we camp as much as we can in the summer. We've got a cabin up in the mountains. It's my parents' cabin, but we go up and hang out there sometimes. And so yeah, we love the outdoors, fishing. We kind of hunt, sort of, not really.
Awesome.
I mean, walk around the woods with a gun and hope we see something.
shoot anything that moves.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. No, there's really good hunting here. It's just that I've never taken the time to dedicate myself to the sport. Like, I feel like you just have to spend the time out scouting. You really have to know where the animals are at and how they're moving, and it's like, I just don't have the time to go out on weekends and spend all weekend out just figuring out where they're at. It's just, I go out opening day and it's like, oh, hopefully we see something,
Yeah.
So
Y'all, y'all would do that on public land there.
Yeah, BLM. Yeah. So
that'd be a little bit different than, like I've always grown up hunting, with my dad and his friends, in a little club or something like that. It was just small, but it was mainly just getting away.
Yeah.
And even now, like I enjoy planting and getting everything ready for the season. Just that time spending up there during the season.
Sounds like work.
It is work, but it's
expensive too.
It's I mean, really isn't.
No.
I mean, if you calculate what you spend versus what you kill and all that, yeah, I mean, it can be, but
I'm trying to be on the water. I love the water.
Yeah. We grew up doing that too. We had a boat. Like as a kid, we would go up to the lake. There's a lake nearby too, so we go up and water ski and wakeboard and camp on the lake. All that. So
Drago said he hunts bourbon. I hunt bourbon. I used to like it. I don't like it so much anymore.
Yeah. So a lot of outdoor stuff. Idaho's kind of a hidden gem. Don't tell anybody, but yeah, it's
you just told everybody.
I know. Sucks here. Don't move here. No, it's all the Californians really. So all you Californians stay where you're at. No, but it's good. It's a very conservative state. Very it's a freedom loving, patriotic state. So not a lot of rules, concealed carry. Like they don't. There's none of that. It's just it's a constitutional carry state. So you got a gun. You don't have to tell anybody you have a gun. It's pretty awesome. So a lot of freedom, a lot of space. Idaho's huge. I don't know if you ever look on a map, but it's not Iowa, it's not Ohio, it's Idaho, and it's on the West Coast for all you East Coasters. So yeah, it's the bottom part of the
talking
state.
To me, I didn't know where Idaho was.
Yeah. No, so it's there's a lot of BLM, a lot of public land, more trail riding. I think it's the more dirt trails than anywhere in the U.S., including Alaska. So I'm really big into dual sport riding, like dirt biking. But we just put the racks on the side and just take off from the house and head north, try to get to Canada. Just dirt roads as far as you can go and camp off the bike. Find a stream and fish. And that's the best fun right there. That's a lot of hot springs here. So ride up and find a hot spring and hang out in that and watch the stars. It really is a beautiful state. People don't. It's kind of like I said, a hidden gem, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, we love it here, man.
So we get people moving. We get people moving here like crazy with Nashville and all that. Like it's getting nuts here.
Yeah, all the Californians moving east.
I've employed one of them.
Can't blame them, right? I mean, that state's gone nuts, man.
Yeah. And the ones that move here are usually the ones that don't agree with the California mindset. So I can live with that. Like
that's how it is here too. Yeah, I feel same thing here. It's most of them, you find are just like they're just sick of dictator Newsom down there, and they're just fleeing refugees. It's
crazy. So, you see some of the cities in California and stuff like just getting overtaken by bums and everything else. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like you're okay with terrible. That? Yeah,
terrible. But yeah, so yeah, we just that's kind of. But I'm not working. I'm working on the house. I've been off all week. I took this week off to. It's a good thing you guys aren't here. You'd smell me. I stink. I've been in the backyard patio work. I got a pool. So I bought the house we have. It was built in 65 or 67, and so the back patio they put a pool in back in the 60s, and the patio is kind of sunk. So I've been back there sanding it and grinding it and prepping it so I could paint it and then seal it. And then the weather's been terrible, so I think I've pressure washed it like 5 times now because every time I pressure wash it, the wind blows and it's like and the rain comes. It's like so. Anyway, backyard projects and just kind of taking a week to get. It's amazing how much stuff piles up.
Oh yeah,
that you can't get to because you're just busy working. It's like, and then the weekend you don't want to work on your house all weekend. It's like. Well, I just need a week.
It's the same at the shop here. I mean, I've got so much that I want to do as far as cleaning it up and because when I bought this from my parents, it was a mechanic shop. So there's still a lot that I want to do to transition to how I really want everything here. But trying to find all the time to do it, it's just not there.
I usually, especially right now, like Saturdays is my sleep day. Like I'm crashed on Saturdays trying to recoup, and then might get out Sunday, but it's a very slim chance. Like so drained on the weekend because I've done really good with not working weekends so far. So like by the time I get to the weekend, I'm shut down.
Yeah, it's good. You got to have that work-life balance, man.
Yeah,
it's not all about work.
Me and Mandy, I think I asked her last Monday. I'm like, hey, we need a weekend, just us, get away, take advantage of it while the older ones are here for the summer and stuff. And so I started looking up places, not even thinking it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm like, let's go down to the beach. I'm looking up condos and stuff. I'm like, 2 nights down there is like $1,500. No, I was like, what the heck's going on? And finally realized it was Memorial Day. But no, we ended up staying downtown Mobile. But at the Battle House, which was 1800s hotel that they refurbished years and years ago. It's really nice. Just and had reservations at 2 restaurants. So by the time we got down there Friday afternoon, about 6 o'clock, we literally got dressed, walked straight across the street to probably the best restaurant in downtown Mobile. And we go to like once a year. Nice. And I mean, it was just, and then pretty much Saturday, just stay in the hotel room all day. We went out to the pool one time and didn't realize that they have like members. So this sucker was packed, and which is on top of another parking garage and all this, like 5-6 stories up. And then come back and hung out until we went to eat again. But it was just being away and by yourself. It's like that refurbished me for this week and stuff. And
that's what first week of August is mine and Amanda's anniversary, and we're going back to that Hiwassee River retreat in Chattanooga. Like it's 2 cabins, very secluded. It's got a little private dock you can just sit out on. They got kayaks and that's perfect. Last year's the first time we went. It was like, yeah, I might go play golf one day. We might go downtown and eat. We didn't leave that place. We were like, no, we're good right here. So even like the bed in the cabin or whatever, like faces the water. Like that's the living room as a bed.
It was awesome.
And then the TV comes out of the bottom of the bed and goes back in. So it's amazing. Yeah, I cannot wait right now. I need to be there now. Screw this shit. I'm out.
That's great. Yeah, we got a really good restaurant. Oh, sorry. What?
Go ahead.
I was going to say we got this restaurant in town. It's one of those places that you go like once a year, and barbacoa. And shout out to Tim Corden. He, if he sees this, but he. Every time he's here, he's almost made a special trip. I had him come out in January to do some training. And he's like, dude, I would have just come out just to go to barbacoa. He eats there every night of the week. So when he comes out, he ruins it for me because we go 4 or 5 times in a row. It's like, but the food is that's next level, man. It's amazing. Well, they got this hot rock filet. So they bring it out on a hot rock, and with the filet on top, and then you cook it. You cut the little pieces, and they got these little salt trays, and you put the salt on it. And they got this sauce you drip. Oh, if you guys come out, we're going to barbacoa.
Now I'm hungry. I'm hungry now.
I'll come out as soon as I get all this hell done. I don't know when that'll be.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Not like that. I mean, Tim could do that because he's got. I mean, when you got your own airplane and a pilot's license and all that shit, you kind of get to do what you want.
He's flying out. He's taking a trip out here. He's going to be here. I think he said late June. He's flying out with a buddy of his. They're flying across the country. and they're going to come to Idaho, and we're going to Barbacoa.
Of course you are.
But yeah, he'll be out here, I think, sometime later I got to find out later this month, I think. But yeah, him and I have become pretty good buddies through that storm. I reached out. So in 2016, when I lost all those guys, we had to hire as quick as we could 3 guys to get trained because we had to work, and so it was like we hired 3 guys. I was reaching out to everybody I knew on Facebook, which wasn't that many guys, but I had Paul Corden as a friend, and I didn't know him. I'd never talked to him, but I messaged him and I said, "Hey, do you know anybody that can come out here like next week and train 3 PDR guys?" And he's like, "Well, let me check with my brother." So he hits up Tim, and Tim calls me, and next week he was out here. He spent 2 weeks and trained. I think he trained 3 or 4 guys that we had hired. One of them has left. He's been with us now for 7 or 8 years. Phil, he's a rock star dent guy. But yeah, Tim and I became pretty good friends then. And then when that storm happened in 22 here, I flew Tim back out, and I think he was here the whole summer. So June, July, August. And then he brought Fred in, and Fred stayed for another year and a half. So yeah, but Tim and I, man, I don't know if you guys know Tim Corden. That guy is a wealth of knowledge. He's the one who's really helped us. And Paul, obviously Paul too. Mm-hmm. I don't think Tim gets enough credit though. He's kind of in the back. They're the same guys.
Yeah.
You talk to those 2 guys. It's like talking to the same person.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, great guys. They've completely helped our industry.
I would love to have an opportunity to go up there. They offer kind of sales training, estimate training. So I would love to get the opportunity to go do that. Just takes time.
Yeah. We had 3 months of that with Tim. He took us from he makes fun of me because he took us from being I don't know, that's looks like a $300 dent to the measure it, picture it, lights, bring the customer out. We have like a whole sales process now. So it's been, he's completely changed the way we do things, and then getting into the insurance stuff, and it's been nuts. So.
Wonder if he'd like to do any hail work right now. What do they call him? Nate said.
Yeah, he was on a storm. I don't know. I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember where he's at. I think he's in maybe Tennessee. I don't know. He's somewhere down there. And where are you in Tennessee?
Yeah,
Nashville, right? Area. Okay.
Yeah, like 30 miles west.
He might be he got it. He said he had a dealership deal that he locked in with like 800 cars. So he's there with a few guys. I don't know if you've ever seen Tim push hail, man. He's everybody has a guy that they say that's the fastest guy they've ever seen. Well, Tim
John Yeager.
He's a freak. I mean, he's just like, turn around and the car's in. It's like, dude, how do you, it would have taken me 2 days to do it. And he'll knock 3 cars out in a day. But yeah, he's nuts.
So, yeah. I would love the opportunity to just chill with him for a few minutes. You go to MTE and you try to talk to him, like there's so many people coming to him trying to talk to him. All right, guys, I'll holler at y'all. Like, y'all are famous.
Yeah. I'd love to be around any of those guys that are super fast but clean. Just to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because me doing hail, I'm not fast. Now, if I do a lot of it, like last year, and that's all I'm doing, yeah, the speed will come. But, I'm the slow finesse, high quality guy. But, it's amazing seeing those or hearing about them because I've never seen one.
Yeah, Fred Delaney, was he fast?
No, Fred. He let me know right up front. He's like, if you're looking for speed, that ain't me. I said, I'm not, just quality. And he was like me, just high quality, do it and be done.
That's it. Because if you're doing quality, like you're still saving time over the speed guys that are chewing shit up because then you're bringing them back in and this and that. Like, get it done right the first time, get it out. I don't care if it takes you a little while longer. Like,
I'd heard probably the fastest that were the Bacon brothers, but
really,
yeah, I've never seen it. Never,
I put John Yeager up against a lot of dudes. Like John's fast.
I've never seen John push.
Dude, he's
so
fast.
John Yeager. Here's a funny one. I met him at MTE a few years ago, and I don't know why we hit it off, but we did around the pool bar just talking and kind of became
y'all kind of sound the same too, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
got the beards
going. Yeah, no. So I saved him in my phone as John Hiley. I didn't know his last name was Hager. Still on my phone right now.
Hell
I don't know John Hiley. I've never met John Hiley. I was just like, John Hiley, you know? And then the next time I saw him last year, I think it must have been the year before that. So 3 years ago. So last year I saw him. I was like, hey, John Hiley. He's like, dude, my name's not John Hiley. It's John Yeager. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to call you John Hiley anyway.
I just texted him, said, what up, John Hiley?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he's still in my phone as John Hiley.
That's awesome.
He's the midget version of John Hiley.
He's a Timu version.
Oh,
gosh. We love, and John can get along with everybody. He's kind of like I call him a chameleon. Like he can fit in any situation. And he's like I don't know. He just calms me down. I'll be worked up, just nonstop. And he's like, dude, we got this. Chill out.
Right.
I'm like, I need you here all day, every day, please. He's just
he's a great dude.
Yeah. It's funny. Amanda always joke, like, we had a storm in 2020 he was helping me at, and like Amanda's in there trying to look at dents or try to fix one, and I'm showing her, telling her stuff, and she's at me, and then John comes over and says the exact same shit, and she's like, oh, okay. Oh, he teaches me way better. I'm like, I told you the same shit. Like, I guess it's just his calmness. Oh, God dang.
Well, family members can't. It's hard to train other family members.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, it's a miracle my dad and I have made it this long together. You know, he's that guy. He's the patient, calm, level-headed. You know, I've got that. You know, the fire in me a little bit, so I've got to be tamed down. But it's working with my dad's been great, man. Like looking back at it, like how well we've worked together. It's kind of a miracle, really. You know, 20 years now we've been working together closely. So, and there was a point where I thought it was 2019, with all that we'd been through and all the people and just the chaos of from 2016 to 2019. I'm like, I don't want this business. I want to just be a dent guy. I've got all my accounts set up. Just sell it, and I'll be a dent guy, and I'll have my own route, and I'll make good money, and I'll do my thing with no headaches. Well, the reality is there's headaches in everything. Being your own guy, you're going to have headaches too. And so when it was 2019 and my dad had he put the business for sale and had a broker come give an appraisal on it, and then had people that started like inquiring, and I'm like, then the reality check. I'm like, oh, wait, this thing's going to actually sell. He's actually going to retire right now, and the business is gone. This is my opportunity that's about to be. It just kind of put everything into perspective. Like, wait a second, we do have a good thing going now. It's not the people that we used to have work for us. I've got a great team, a great culture. Everything was like, okay, wait a second. It's going to be hard. There's going to be a lot that I still need to learn because I've just been a dumb dent guy, as Matt Moore would say. But it's the truth. I'm not a business guy. I have zero business experience, but I have enough street smarts to know how to put pieces in place and move stuff around. And so I'm like, I can figure this out. So I came to my dad, we had a meeting, and I said, I think I want to do it. So he pulled the business off the market, and that's been 4 years, almost 5 years ago. So, and he's down to working 3.5, 4 days a week. So he's starting to, he's 65. So he's starting to kind of hand off the reins, and
now is he still doing actual repairs, or is he just management?
He comes in and moves paper around on the desk, and then goes to Home Depot, and then he goes out and feeds his kids. Sorry, Dad, but no, he's doing great. He earned that. Absolutely. There's my dad is the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. That guy is far beyond driven. So he's earned it. It's awesome. It really gives me hope too, to see that, he started as a one-man show in his little Ford Ranger, pulling his trailer. He had like his homemade crap build trailer that he pulled his interior supplies and his compressor, and he'd go out and hit the car lots and just I saw him struggle as an independent guy for years. I mean, he's put so much work into just getting us, the foundation built in our area in our reputation, man. We've got a insanely good reputation. 700 and something Google reviews. We're a 4.9.
Wow.
And if you read them, it's just like customers rave,
Yeah.
So he's done such a good job of embedding us in the community, and we're kind of at this point 31 years in this valley. It's still a small town. I think there's only 1 million people in our entire area. So like the Boise Valley basically is maybe 1 million. So it's still small. And people, it's like now it used to be like, have you heard of us? Oh, you were a customer of ours. Wow. Now it's like, oh, you haven't, not to be arrogant, but it's like, you haven't heard about us. Because we've been around for a long time. We've got 12 vans that run around town. We got 12 technicians running vans that say McDowell's and all of our services on them. So people know us because they see our, we're just, So it's pretty cool.
Face all the time.
Yeah. Reflecting back on how it's, evolved over the last, 20 years that I've been with them, but really just since he started, it's pretty amazing. We've got a really good thing going, and I've got a great opportunity that I almost just walked away from. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. That's
very
fortunate.
It grew and you grew, and now
everybody
looking back, it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
And I just love the way that I think we were kind of touching on that earlier, how the PDR community is now versus back in the day when it was so cutthroat. Even with the guys in the valley, that some of them were employees, and now just kind of seeing that there's more camaraderie. I know that we still got our shields up or whatever, it's like, but there's more like, let's work together to better the industry instead of undercutting each other and trying to stab each other in the back. Actually, I've got one of the guys, he's working for me right now because I took this week off and I needed some help, but he was a competitor. I saw his cards in one of the body shops that I go to. And I said, so who's this guy? Grabbed the card off the service writer's desk, went outside, and I called him. And I was like, hey, man, you need some work? And then he's like, actually, I do. So I made friends with him, and we're friends to this day. At first, I was like, wait a second, this guy's coming into my, and then I was like, wait, I could use this guy's help. And now we've become really good friends, and I sub him out, and I've helped coach him on selling and on mobile tech and dealing with insurance companies. And he's just doing his own thing. He's a small independent guy in a town next to us, and he's killing it now. I mean,
it's huge.
Kind of helping him and he actually came to work for us as a W-2 employee for like a year because he was trying to buy a house and he needed to have a stable job. So I hired him, but he's just one of those guys that, and that just kind of shows the way the industry's changed. Like if you can put your sword down and let's all get along, but there's that, you don't cross me, I won't cross you. But, on the wholesale side and the retail side, it's, there's no stopping it. Anybody can move here and, post up on Google and start getting leads, and he who markets wins,
Yeah.
So
Jeff, I was just trying to get you the hell out of Den Wizard. Like, I've been down that path, get out, let's go. There's better horizons.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that need to leave and are leaving the Wiz, and
we tell everybody we're open book. Like, I mean, we've told Nick and Stefan and everybody, like, hey, you got any questions about this? Because they're getting out on their own. It's like, hey, feel free to holler at us. Like, that's the whole point of this. Like, somebody's helped me along the way. Like, credit Gene Fetty, people like that's mentored me and helped me along the way. I want to pass that down any chance I get.
Well, even like you're saying, Nate, in your own area, like, yeah, we've all gone through that where it's kind of the cutthroat thing. You see a card in a body shop, and you're like, who's this guy? What's he doing? But you finally, the majority of us get to the point where we want to work together. We want to work to where we can not only help each other, but we're helping the industry. But it's also, and you have to be willing to do that as well. So, I've gotten to the point where several local guys and stuff like that we refer stuff to each other. but then you have ones that you've helped and there's no helping there. You're going to have that in any industry, but the ones, who want to work together the good outweighs the bad. So
well, that's what, and I was telling you, Nate, when we was talking on the phone earlier, like me and John, that's how we met. He serviced this body shop, but he was always out chasing hell. It was hard for him to service him. I walked in one day and got it. I found his card on the desk. I called him and was like, hey, just letting you know I'm here, but if you come back, like, you're more welcome to it and everything. And
right.
It's been a great friend. That's the best phone call I ever made because it's been huge for like the help I've gotten from him and everything.
I understand the competitive side of it, but I also think that there's, life's too short to have enemies running around and everybody, guys trying to cut each other's throats at these. It's more on the wholesale side. Honestly, we have 4 dealerships now. Wholesale dealerships. The rest is retail, insurance, body shops. And we're not, again, like I said, we're not in the hail market. So we've I've tried, on the interior side, we do a ton of wholesale work, but the PDR side, the 5 of us, we service the lots, but we try to, in the wintertime, I'm pulling these guys into the shop. Hey, sorry, we're not getting to that lot because it's snowing or it's windy or it's raining. Nope. Stay in the shop. Let's fix cars here, So
see, Dad was watching.
Oh, great interview. Hey, thanks, Dad. Hi, Dad.
Is that your wife?
That's my mom.
Wife?
Your mom?
No, my mom. Yeah. My parents. Hey, Mom and Dad.
I was about to ask when you get married again?
24. Yeah. No, my wife's not on Facebook and she's not home, so I'm good.
Awesome. I love it. This has been an amazing interview. I've loved the shit out of it.
It was great. Cool,
man.
And we've already made the hour, man. It went by fast, like it always does.
Crazy. Yeah.
A lot of people get nervous, and
I'd love to hang out past this, but I got to go mark up a car and take photos. The fun don't stop.
Well, the money's going to start rolling. That's that's good.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up here in a little bit and send you some phone numbers. So.
Okay. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it.
Awesome.
Well, awesome. Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, thank you. And again, thanks for everybody watching. We had great numbers tonight.
You almost beat Bryce. You almost had Bryce Kelly numbers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
I can't fix a dent like that
guy. Who can?
No, it's been great. And again, we appreciate you, brother. I'm going to put us in the back room, so when I end this, we can say our goodbyes and everything.
Cool.
But anyway, appreciate everybody watching. We'll let you know about next week if we have a show and who's going to be on it. But
thanks, guys. Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye, everybody.